Hey you guys, what is up? Turumba here. Welcome to my impression video. So this is gonna be roughly, I don't want to make it too fancy. This is actually, and I didn't want it to be this way, but it happened to. We have more or less 6 topics we want to talk about. The first one will be experience, the second one will be likes and praises, the third one will be battles and the mythical quotation mark units. Then we're gonna go to inappropriation. Then we have a short little talk about the Epic Store and yeah, kind of what the rat's tail behind it. And then we're gonna go to a Fazit, which I don't know if you guys use that word, but it would mean basically conclusion. Yeah, so let's talk about the experience I had so far. So we are running currently this one on the YouTube channel. This is the Odysseus campaign. Then I have played meanwhile roughly 50 hours already, so you see that I like it. I have it since last Friday, so I played quite a bit actually, and I was yeah, as it is in my current situation, kind of really far away from Total War. So yeah, that speaks a little bit for the game. Overall, let's have a little rundown. Let's do that. I'm just gonna let you know yeah, how it went with my campaigns. Really short as well, but to give you an idea how different and yet yeah, kind of good my experiences were. So this is the Myrmidon campaign. And well, you start out here, and this was the very first game I played. No, this is the second game I played. The very first one was, you start here, I kill these guys, then these guys here declared war on me, so I went further down, and when I was on the way to their last city, all of the surrounding yeah, factions declared war on me, and I had some epic battles here. So what I did was I finished them off, and then I rushed to the north, and when I was here with my Achilles stack, these guys as well attacked Chalkis, and then yeah, so I had to stay there, and I could not hold this one, and yeah, very good actually. I quite liked it, and this was on hard as well. So this campaign here is on hard. So lesson learned: diplomacy is important. So therefore, before I went down here, I tried with gifts and or just usual non-aggression pacts to the north and to the northwest and west, and were able to kill them off. And then a couple of guys declared war nonetheless. But yeah, I think 2 broke the non-aggression pact, but 2 out of, I don't know, 6 or something like this. So it wasn't really just like backstabbing stupid AI. It was quite cool actually. So, and yeah, so this is quite nice. For the reasons why it kind of is like it is here, we will come later when we talk about the likes and the praises. Anyway, that being said, this is really cool. What I kind of point out is that I feel right now pretty big. This is roughly the result of 10 hours. I'm taking my time though, so you might get there very, very much faster. I do little auto battles and stuff like that, but yeah. So I feel very big, but let's scroll out, and you kind of see that there's actually way more to do. I have not even, I don't know, 20% of what we call now Greece. So this is quite neat, man. I really like it. These are 10 regions as well. Most of those islands have settlements. This is all a big row of settlements at the coast. and yeah, well, what now is Turkey as well. This is fairly sweet. So this was just a little rundown. We're gonna go to another campaign. So this is my Lacedaemon campaign. Well, we'll talk about other stuff later. Lesson learned in terms of diplomacy. I made good friends with basically everything that borders the north, and then I just went down to Knossos, and yeah. So, and when I was about to get here, I had suddenly, well, turned 20. Spoilers. Paris stealing your wife, or she went off with a better man. Who knows? I'm not to judge, but yeah. So, and roughly, I don't know, roughly turn 30 or something. It's 32 now. Must be earlier, 28, let's say. Hector were landing with 4 stacks. What? One here, one here, one here, and one here. And those stacks were between 11 and 19 units, and they were all in the same turn. What the fuck? And they actually went through the Aegeis. So yeah, just so you know, it's not suddenly scripted and then they pop up or something. So it was fairly nice, though. I had to do a little bit of reaction, just getting out a couple of guys, 2 armies, depleted my food resources drastically. And this is actually the guys who are landed here went around here and took that city. Yeah. Anyway, pretty nice, man. I really liked it. That being said, I had to go back and take it back. They had a full stack there in. And yeah, it was quite a something. And I stand there for a while, and you can see I'm not well. I'm nearly completely replenished, but yeah, it's kind of fine and nice. Yeah, well, I like it, and also yet I feel pretty big, but and also the work of roughly 10 hours. But the truth is, yeah, look at this. This is a ridiculous small one, but yeah, we have the. Is that the Penelopes? Peloponnes? Well, I don't know for sure. We have all of those guys in a nice military alliance and looking forward. Okay, let's have a view at another one. This is the Aeneas campaign. They have a really rough start because you have to resettle immediately this one, and those 3 is one faction and they are at war with you. Yeah, so but if you're gonna get past the start, you kind of have a nice time. You can do a little bit of resettling. Paris actually beat me to this one, which kind of sucks because it is the walled city of Mysia and Propontis. And anyway, so yeah, it's quite nice. Also a long time because I had to do a lot manually, specifically during yeah, the first part of that campaign. Really liked it. I kind of feel like the well, the Trojan factions are a little bit, they have a more difficult time, let me put it this way. Meanwhile, it's kind of fine, but you don't have really access to slingers early on, and that changes a lot. These guys are fairly, yeah, well, shitty, but only because they are not spears. That being said, if you have enough bronze, though, this might change. So, but yeah, he is not really big with the bronze, let me put it this way. We're making 18, and this is really not a lot. Yeah, so also quite nice. I will not go into the faction-specific mechanics, figure that out, and I feel like 1,000 YouTubers actually did that already. let's have another look at the Mycene. And this is a pretty crass one, because I'm basically constantly under attack by the Trojans. I captured Helena though. I wish I could give it back, so to say. Give her back to Menelaus, my brother, but yeah, I'm not sure if I can, and yeah, we will see about that. That being said, it's fairly harsh, man. This sucks. I won this battle already, but I didn't save because it's not on legendary. Usually, after legendary, the game saves after each battle. But if you play on hard, this is not the case, and this sucks, man, because this is a fucking hard fight. There is Hector, and he's a fucking monster. He's basically a walking harpy at this point, which is kind of uncool. So, but yeah, it's not much what I actually own. Just to give you an idea, I have this little island here, that's a region, and then here a little bit, and up here I fought the Atheni, and it was quite nice though. And the Atheni have kind of better spears, and the Greek, the Danaan spears are actually, yeah, I think better than the Trojan ones. So, but the Atheni had actually even better ones than the usual spears, and there was quite a fight, quite nice. Had a couple of I might put we might see a little snippet of the siege when of Athens when Trojan forces tried to take it. It's yeah, it's really nice. So you have different campaigns and so on. So, and this is, of course, we're not going to look into the Odysseus campaign, yeah, because it's currently running. But yeah, so far my experiences, and they all felt kind of different. The faction mechanics are different, and also different enough that you kind of go slightly into a different approach into the campaign, but they are not super hefty. Some of them are kind of a little bit OP, some of them do a little bit more than fuck all. But overall it is really nice. So these have been my experiences, and I kind of hope you see that they are all kind of different due to the locations, of course, but also due to the units you kind of have, due to the faction mechanics, and yeah, so as I said, the location, and also then the diplomatic impact. For example, I don't know, the Pelopons. Oh my god, Turumba. Well, those guys have it a little bit easier because they are basically surrounded by friendly. Achilles otherwise are more or less surrounded by different influences, which changes the game very much. Speaking of influences, and here we go already to the other one, likes and praises. So there is no Greece at these times, and this is why I struggle to use the word in the first place. This is, so basically what we call now Greece was a conglomeration of different tribes who wandered into Greece and settled down there. And what I fucking love is, I'm not sure if we even have a lot of, oh yeah, plenty, okay, that's quite nice. I love how the influence is implemented. So there is our influence on that region, but you do have the Ionian influence, the Pelasgian influence, the Lelegan influence, and this is super sweet. A little not so good is you kind of need to see how much, for example, the Ionian influence are actually in points. I think I hope they really change that, because we do have game mechanics where if you are over 60%, well, read it for yourself. But when you are over 60%, you do get a boost to the resources, all of them. So you get 140 food per turn. But if you have over 60% influence, which is high influence, then you get a 170 food per turn as well. So I kind of feel like you shall be able to see how much points the other cultures have. And speaking of the other cultures, this is really, guys, I fucking love it. Look at that. These are all different Proto-Greek cultures, and thus it plays a little bit into the diplomacy. It plays into where you can or where you can easily and or where you maybe not should invade. And this is really nice. And a little excursus here. This is I studied archaeology, and so I had on this site. Well, my main thing was basically based in Europe, but I had to take a second one, and this was classical archaeology. So I know a little bit about that. If I wanted or not, it was boring as fuck. But this is really sweet. So you learn about how the migrators went into Greece, and then how they are established. And this is visible through pottery, through the house shapes, and stuff like that. And then you kind of see how inventions in terms of, for example, pottery were made, and then this kind of pottery kind of spread it out. So they made money and or, well, very likely on a barter system related trade going on, and then the technique actually spread as well. And then you see that everybody kind of returns or makes their own style again. And then you can see how, in terms of pottery, and then you can see that the style is not just having a lot of bland pottery distributed outside their own culture, but you have very different kind of potteries in terms of English words, man. In terms on the form of the pottery and or what it's imprinted in the pottery, and then it became kind of a race of the most beautiful pottery kind of wins. And this is really nice, and this is also just by more or less boring archaeology, which reconstructed found pottery, and try to put it together again. You know, we do have the those stories, but they are just stories. They are not even. There's a good case to be made that none of this could be part of the historic story we told our societies. But in terms of archaeology, these are things that are, and we can prove it in the same way that you can prove 2 + 2 is 4. And this is the the magic, but of archaeology, but it's also pretty boring stuff. But you know, if you put it together, you actually get stuff like that, and this is not to underestimate. You know, this is worth a lot. This is super sweet. I really like it. It is nice to see that this made it into the game. And I'm realizing I'm wandering off a little bit with my thoughts, but yeah, it's really good. So, and those influence, of course, dirtle into the diplomacy. which we can see here. And overall, the barter system combined with the diplomacy is super sweet. So while you can of course make gifts and stuff like that, you also will be able, excuse me, will be able to just establish what you really need, and this is nicely done. So red is for they have a lot of, or they feel they have a lot of. Gray is not too little, not too much, and green is we need it. So for example, they do have a lot of stone. I have not a lot of stone. They need bronze. I have a decent amount of bronze, and therefore we could go and just barter our bronze for their stone, and let's say you put you put a little bit bronze mere on top, just to make my brother smile. Oh my god, look at it. Anyway, make my brother smile, and our relations improve. And this is something which is really cool, you know. We know from all the Total War titles that, for example, well, let's just do it actually.
I look forward to hearing you out.
I want to have a barter agreement. Let's do it for, let's say, 6 turns. You have a lot of stone and you want some bronze. So it's 10-10. And if you click it, then it's not just that you, in every other Total War title, you always have you actually give them gifts so that they think better of you. But then it's only always just giving something away. In this case, you can turn it into a win-win-win situation. So basically, you have what you need, you give your ally what he is needing, and you're improving the relationships. This is you know, this is a step forward which I really like. So yeah, that being said, basically that the influence, the barter system, this all goes into the diplomacy, and the diplomacy is a very much kind of a basic pillar by the let's say by the attempt to make it one, and therefore gain in strength. This is really, I don't know, this is fairly unique. Well done, hats off to CA Sophia. I fucking love it. So that being said, the mythical units, they're not really they don't have that much impact. Yeah, let me put it this way. I mean, the harpies are terrifying, but otherwise it is just okay. I really like this as well. They are basically, I don't know, the flaming pigs in Rome 1. So you can use them, and for example, the harpies will be very worthwhile to a game-breaking point. But for the rest, I haven't seen really. If you use Kentaur, they are fairly weak. What you can do is you can go fast beyond the enemy rear, and there you can pepper them a little bit in the rear while they're fighting, and this will reduce their morale, but it's not really that much of damage. But what you can do with them that makes them really good is you can run down fleeing enemies, because they come back again and again. This is very much so in this game, and therefore to have a fast unit which will be able to finish them completely is worth a lot. So overall, I think I have also some giant bowmen. And these are just big dudes, 24 with a bow. And the bow itself doesn't do that much. A little bit of damage, a lot of damage actually. If you look at the damage output in the stats, but they're just 24 men, so it's actually. It's not that much. But what is nice about them is if it's a hard battle and they are out of ammunition and you field them right because they are big and therefore they are fast, you can give the enemy a last bit of good punching and therefore win the battle, which was the case in my Menelaus campaign, for example. So yeah, in that regards, it's not too much. It's quite nice. I'm not sure. I have seen, aren't we? Yes. He sits now on a oh, what's the? I don't know the English word. It's a car with horses in front. Shit. Streitwagen. I know what it is in German. Woolwagen? No, this is not really it. But you know what I mean, guys. And I don't see how he can be stopped. I've played him with that and I think I'm gonna put him off again because it seems like the AI can do nothing against it, and this is a little bit stupid. So overall, I kind of want to say that it looks wonderful, the locations are different, I quite like it. There is some strange behavior here and there on the battlefield, which will be the next topic we cover. Not really in depth, but yeah, enough that, you know, this is an impression, not really a review. That being said, the gameplay overall feels very historical, and this is something I do appreciate. And if you hear the music, for example, and if you have a start of the game, to me it feels most likely like Rome. Rome 1, that is. And yeah, this is a nice feeling, man. I really do like it. So, I'm gonna show you a clip right now. I made in the first try of this video, but I played so much more and I got a kind of deeper understanding of the game, and therefore I will just show you the clip and then we're gonna do and look at another snippet of a battle.
So Achilles is just doing, you know, holding up a couple of guys. Me likes that a lot. I'm gonna wait until these guys are finished with moving. Let him shoot. A little bit. Today, ladies, today. And go in there. They will break sooner or later. So you have seen that. So the initial bug is gone. So they don't run through other people. What they do though, and now have a good look, it's quite nice that we see that. So these guys are now chasing these guys, which means these guys are routing, but that means that these guys are hitting those guys. So they are, while chasing, running through a complete other unit, which is this one. And this is just not correct. Look where they fucking are. I mean, I'm sorry for the mouse over there, but yeah, you see that? They are dispersed to everywhere, and this needs to be fixed, I feel.
While I said this is not okay with the snippet, I am not sure about that, because have a look at that.
Yeah, this is a little bit too slow, to be honest. Let's bring him a little bit as a support. All of our guys stop. do not pursue. If we can, I would like to let him shoot a little bit. Nice. Have fun, you guys. Catch me those young spears, and you help here. This is where we need the most help. Good choice to bring this guy over here, otherwise this flank would have been gone. Yeah, flee, you fools!
Your warriors are rallying.
Well, this mob, I mean, they look pretty weak. Yeah, no, first of them break. It's gonna be okay. You shoot at him, he comes back. Back you go, sir. Back you fucking go. Yeah, nice, man.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Me likey.
See what I mean? I mean, you know, if I wouldn't have the young spears actually in guard mode, some of them would have pursued, some of them would have been killed while they're running through the enemy lines. The longer I play the game, and I, of course, getting used to it, I kind of feel like, yes, actually, it is to be expected that the player says to this or that unit, do not pursue. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I feel like I would like to hear a couple of opinions of you guys. If you think, yeah, of course, this is your responsibility. My initial thing was, dude, I cannot, let's say, 16 times and everywhere at once decide that. But I'm not sure. I'm getting used to it, and I actually also start to like it. And if I forget it, yeah. It looks weird, it feels kinda wrong, but the truth is, if I address it at the right time, which is before I let them do stuff, of course, then it went okay, nobody's doing bullshit, we don't have to see what looks wrong and so on, you know. I'm a little bit undecided about that, and I would like to hear your opinion about it. Last little snippet. Okay, this is a snippet of the defense of Athens, and this was quite cool. Suddenly Elias stood there, and with 1 million Amazons, by the way. Oh my god, the Amazon ladies look so fucking cool. The leaders of them look so fucking cool. I really mean it. Very often a little bit skinny, but yeah, they look so fucking cool. It's really, really sweet. So this is basically the thing. I have made my point clear by standing here. We do have Aeneas coming there. I was hoping to hit him a couple of times with my hero, which I did as well. And but yeah, look at that, the Acropolis up here. This is really nicely done, actually. I mean, yeah, just to have the Acropolis up there is really kind of cool. So, and they move on. I shoot a little bit and then I kind of fuck off so that I can stand later here.
The foe's ladders have a foothold on your walls.
So it works with the ladders. Again, they are slow as fuck when they move up there. Especially when you wanna storm a settlement. This is gonna be fucking expensive. I really mean it, man. So I mean, yeah. See? Holy shit. This takes a while.
And it does. And you can imagine when you have a unit there, those two people actually, they're just getting slaughtered. And at that rate, wow. So it's very expensive. You kind of have to go for sneaky ones, like you kind of did in Thrones of Britannia, but the AI kind of reacts a little bit better in defenses. So I don't know, if you hide here, for example, main army there, couple of parts there, so you will be able to reach it. You're getting fired at the towers. They are just all activated. And B, they will send actually units towards you. How good? One will see. I had usually always a hard time to take a settlement, even with sneaky things like I just told you. Yeah, so that being said, I might just gonna leave that. Leave it like it is. I'm not sure. I mean, overall, they don't go here. I think they want to go to this flag. Thus, we have a very fat mob later on here. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna show you. So what you can see is basically this saves my life, and this here as well. Do not, whatever happens, have not guard modus off. You need to have that on, actually, otherwise you are fucked. If these guys would have been dispersed a little bit more, I might have been fucked. So, but overall, is this already as
Your units has no more ammunition.
as good as? So this is basically how it turns out. I think they wanted to go to this flag, and that tower is doing work. And that tower is doing work nearly all the time. Just want you to know. Then I kind of bring these guys around, and they keep firing. The archers, if they are unmolested, are actually really good. Problem is they have less range than the slingers, and yeah, they're rarely being unmolested. In this case, this is the case, and they're doing good work, man. Yeah, so you kind of see that this is gonna be fairly dangerous. This is Aeneas himself, and yeah, so I'm just waiting a little bit so that because I don't need to try to walk with those two against this amount of skirmishers. So they're heavy skirmishers, so medium in the first place. They would actually be able to hold the spearmen off just in melee. So I had to wait a little bit longer. It was a kind of a cool gamble though. But yeah, just gonna make it a little bit faster. I had to reinforce those guys there. So, and I think anytime soon. So they've been taking now a lot of damage. Turumba. Oh yeah, right. I brought these guys empty so that they might catch the throne pillar. Off we go. And then we just have chaos basically. The couple of guys start running, then they have a chain route and so on. We're just gonna go there and fuck them off. So this was really nice though. I really mean it.
Victory is
I
close
quite
enough
like
to
it
taste.
though. Yeah, you can do lots of shit and it looks wonderful. It's a fully walled. The AI seems smarter than before. As I said, if we would have attacked and we would have hit here something, we're gone over it, they would have dealt with us. I have seen this several times already. So there is improvement as well. On the battlefields while the sieges. That doesn't mean it's perfect, of course, but there is improvement, to be honest. Oh yeah, I quite like that scene, man. That has that reached my old Total War heart. I really like it. You know, just closing the box in. Pretty sweet though. And this is on hard. Remember all of that. All of what you have seen is on hard. I quite like it. You know, that was pretty awesome. Yeah. what I kind of dislike is that as soon as they are engaged in melee, they spread a little bit thin. You know, I think this should be limited, and maybe you don't have the spreading out to a ridiculous amount as well. That you don't have that as well. So it's That's what I think. So the battles, I mean, seriously, there's potential for epic stuff. There is, it is okay. It works. Sieges are better, especially the AI in the defense. It is hard as fuck to win the defense battle in a minor settlement, even if you have a lot of people, because the AI just focus kind of really good, and the AI is really an asshole in terms of using the javelins. That being said, it is not particularly super good, but it is not bad. And that being said, it could have been way worse. Let's be honest, guys. We have seen a couple of releases. It could have been way worse, but it is okay, in some regards better. Hats off to CA Sophia. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now we come to a topic which is kinda not okay. So, guys, we're talking about what we call now Greece and what we call now Turkey. Roughly, I don't know, 3,000 years ago. It is simple as that. We actually have to search for black-haired people. So on this side, there's basically no one. This is a brown beard. He has actually the red beard, and he is Mr. Sweden. And that's not a, come on, man. That is actually kind of a straw blonde. You know, this is with a slight red sting in it. Fuck that. For reals now. This is so fucking wrong. And this wrongness I have to address, and I kind of want to say, so I'm neither a Turk nor am I a Greece, and I cannot speak for one of those, and this is how I perceive it. Just want to point that out. But, and that is a but which stretches, I don't know, from Europe to America. Here we go. So, first of all, there are no black-haired people, which is fucking ridiculous. If you look on the, what we now call Turkish side, we kind of see way more black-haired people. What's the fucking message, CA? That is for one thing. So, while he has actually the red beard, and I know people say, but Homer said he had a red beard. So, Homer was a storyteller, and Homer told something that has been happened or not have happened more than 300 years before Homer was even born. So, let me just rephrase that. So, there was cultural changes, there was language changes, there was actually landscape changes. A lot of changes has been done. So, for once, Homer could actually mean that he had a red beard. That could mean, and just, I mean, literally. So, first of all, so what he writes has literally no information. He's giving us the rough shape of a story, and the rest happens in our head. So, what that could mean when he said Menelaus had a red beard could be that it was actually colored to make him looking more gruesome. He was a fearsome king, doodle-doodle-dood, or that he was a brute, because red is the color of blood. So just give him a characteristica which the people who have been told this story can imagine something. So it's really just that it is something he says for reasons unknown. So let's just assume that Menelaus had a red beard. But then, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. This is what you can expect a red beard was 3,000 years ago. I mean, literally. I just saw this today and I thought I'd just use it. So this being said, and it's for sure not Mr. Sweden here. Overall, if you look at the Danahans, this could be a group of half-drunken dads in Germany, and for that matters in England, coming from the pub. I mean, for reals now. Look at these. And this is not a good representation of Greek people. So, why is that? Well, I mean, it is literally whitewashed bullshit. And let me make that clear. This is what happens in Hollywood all the time. It's a Eurocentric view of the world. And we are using basically the term democracy in a way which, maybe not the healthiest way, and therefore we identify with these guys because they are the birth of the democracy. All our politicians don't miss that, and how much the birthplace of democracy and stuff like that. Let's just put the slavery away, and that there were people who were not allowed to vote at all, and the democracy actually was more or less of who makes the most noise. So let's not talk about that actually wrong picture. Our politicians, our society, the Eurocentric and the American view of democracy is actually distorted and kind of twisted in a way that it fits our narrative. No, so, and then actually we are making the guys who A, won, and B, to be the people we identify first because we have been told so in our lives. This is just fucking wrong. And I mean, seriously, what are you thinking as a Greek young man? And I would like to know that. Honestly, if you see fucking Sweden Dream to be the one who represents what has been fairly wrong actually called Sparta. These were the Lacedaemons, and and that's it. Sparta wasn't even there. It doesn't mean there was no settlement called at that place, which later became Sparta, but it's very likely not called Sparta. So, and these are just kind of things which are just slight twisting stuff to make it more in our favor, to just pander and or make it more accessible so that we identify with those people. I, as a German, I can way more identify with these guys instead of the Trojans. And these are also, I mean, this is just sad. Let's face it. This is just fucking sad. Make him like Orlando Bloom, but not completely. He has a little bit Roman vibe, but brutish. But overall, you kind of see in this region down here, I don't say it. If you play Sarpedon, if you look around there, you can see way more, phenotypical people which are correctly represented. Overall, the Trojan side is better represented. So why the fuck is the what we call now Greek side not represented? And this is because of the reason I told you earlier. That being said, so this is basically cultural inappropriation, as I think. As I said, I am not a Greek. I'm not a Greek citizen, nor am I from Turkey. But I honestly would be disappointed, and I am disappointed at CA. And I'm not putting this to CA Sofia. There should be that should be a straight up. This should standard this should be standard, that the people we are talking about, that the people we play as are correctly represented. I mean, what the fuck? So this is one big part of that. It is the wrong picture of democracy, which has been overly hyped into our let's call it just Western and white civilization, and this is completely wrong. So, second of all, let me make this clear as well. While we are prizing this as the roots of our democracy, we have stolen so much shit from Greece. And for that matters, out of basically everywhere the Mediterranean Sea, which a little bit looked a little bit ancient. But yeah, and there is not much happening in terms of returning what we have stolen. And everybody knows it was fucking stolen. In Germany, and for that matters in England as well. Every 10 years or something, we have an archaeology symposium. This is how they call it when they gather and talk to each other, or somebody gives a speech. And the thematic is brought up, and they say, oh well, fuck, we gotta say something about it, with the result that it's either well, let's not talk about it, and the second result is well, let's be honest, they wouldn't have the resources to keep it all nice and clean and in checked and intact as we do. What the actual fuck? This is such a this is, you know, I'm gonna steal your car, and then it has been made public that I stole your car, and then I said, no, I'm not giving it back to you because, yeah, well, you won't wash it. I will wash it. See, the car is a shiny car now. You can't have it back. So this is, and this is what happened, guys. This counts for Germany, this counts for England, and this counts for basically every European country, and I bet we find some smoking guns in America as well. Well, they are, but you know what I mean, huh? And this is just matter of fact. And while we take actually the picture of their past as well, we are not stealing the goods, we are stealing the thoughts on it as well. This is just fucked up. So, third, and this is not unimportant, guys, for reals now, do you have any idea how bad the relationships are between Greece and Turkey? You know, if you grew up in Turkey, you might have heard that the Greek armies have eaten Turkish babies. If you grew up in Greece, you might have heard that the Turkish armies are eating Greek babies. What the fuck? This level of basically propagated hate is what's happening there. This is nationalistic bullshit, propaganda just to keep people hating and make ready for, well, just in case. And this is what's happening. I mean, this is really what's happening. And so, while we do have the wonderful influence thing, which basically says that these guys are all of one religion, and you have very different influences via culture, well, here, and here, they all are basically have one shared history, and they all have so much in common that it would have been very interesting as a starting point to let, I don't know, young gamers, middle-aged gamers, have a little bit another view on that they don't see as the other, who maybe eats the babies, but no, to see that there is so much in common, that they share a lot of their appearance, and which, sadly has been really fucked up here, and that they share the appearance, that they share a lot of background and historical, historic and archaeology proven history. This has been missed here, and this is, guys, and this is just fucked up. And as I said earlier, this is not on CA Sofia. This is an Eurocentric, and in this case English view on the world, which should be, as a standard procedure by CA, made clear that you not doing that you are actually for an understanding of each other, especially if you have a game called fucking Total War. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? So this has been completely missed here, and this is just, I personally, I mean, as I said, I'm not Greek, and I'm not Turkish, but what the fuck? What a missed opportunity! What an actual wrongdoing! This is, guys. I hope you can connect the points here, and this is only by making the Danaans looking like Middle European people. Do you understand what that simply doing to pandering to Eurocentric and yes, white people has for an impact onto those things? That's a big book, and guys, it needs to be written if we want it or not, for reals. And so this is a fault of CA. I mean, for reals now, and there's nothing to say. And usually we do have kind of a good representation. So I'm kind of wondering why this is actually here not the case. It's weird, and I think I know why, but exactly that is not okay. And you can't tell me that CA Sofia did that. Are you telling me that CA never saw the main characters in appearance? No, man. This is not how companies working. Fuck that. So big fuck you, CA. I really mean it. It is such a minor thing, basically just to appeal a little bit more to the people with more money. And guys, I mean, for reals, give them a break, huh? They do carry a lot. The whole region carries a lot of weight right now, and what are we gonna do? We give them another fuck you. I don't like it. I don't know, man. I would like to hear a couple of Greek voices about that, a couple of Turkish voices, but I'm ranting a lot about that topic, but it is it is connected in such a deep way. And this is, when they talk about the white and blonde Jesus, when they talk about, have you seen the last, I'm just searching for Egypt here, the last movie of the Moses story. This is a fucking joke, man. Or when I see, what's his name? Ben Kingsley as Mahatma Gandhi. What the actual fuck? As if they are not as an Indian guy who looks like Mahatma Gandhi and has some talent. I mean, what the actual fuck? Yeah, no, guys. This is pandering to money, which has deeply and hardcore consequences. And we doing damage by just participating. So yeah, I'm doing damage, but B, in not pointing it out as well. This is just shit. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop that now, and I think I've made my point clear, and it's just a fucking pity. So guys, last topic will be the Epic Store. Epic! Okay, guys, this is a little bit funny to me because, yeah. So I, when CA decided all their games are gonna go to Steam in times of Empire, I wasn't happy about that. And I'm not happy that CA decided to have a good deal with the Epic Game Store and forced me to install the Epic Game Store to actually play the series that I love. That being said, choice has been taken away from me and from you, and this is not a good thing. Let me point that out. I personally don't like all the new game stores and game platforms, because if it goes on like that, honestly, I have to make lists to know which game is on what platform. I have now GOG, I do have Epic, and I do have Steam, and then I have to have the fucking Ubisoft one, and then I have the, what the fuck? I mean, where shall this end? This is just, it's really stupid, guys. And in all of those, which I just counted, a couple of them are actually publisher run ones. So that is one thing. Maybe we shall just be happy that this is not the case for basically Sega as well. That's not to say this is not a defense or anything like this, but yeah, let me just point that out. So, guys, in terms of Epic is owned, I don't know by how many percent, actually I think it might be the half, by a company, by a Chinese company. So, and there is a law in China which says if the state of China is saying give me that data, they are having to give the data. That is one thing. Such laws and kind of those laws are basically everywhere. Kind of want to point that out everywhere in the world, in America, in Europe, and so on and so on. Do you think that the Chinese government is interested in your gaming habit? Well, I don't know. Just let that ponder for a while. This is just a ridiculous thought, I think. So then, B. Dude, you're fine with dictatorships in South America made by and supported by America so that the international fruit import and export economy blooms. You are fine with Africa mining for rare earths in horrible conditions with thousands of dead, and in your telephone. You are fine with in India people making your clothes in horrible working conditions for a little bit more than being able to live. You are fine with people in China making your computer hardware, making very likely your TVs, making your also mobile telephones, everything under horrible working conditions and so on. But when they are after the software from the games you play, this is where you draw the line. Come on, man. Listen, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I say that you are kind of very naive what's happening in the world, and or you are a fucking bigot. Both of those positions are wrong. Deeply, deeply wrong. Guys, this is all I have to say about that. I mean, if you don't wanna support Epic, then the only logical reason would be is if capitalism is a cancer, Epic has taken actions and entered the market in a way that we can say if capitalism is a cancer, Epic Games Store is a tumor, a visible fucking tumor. Basically, they are luring new customers in like some pedophiles handing out candies to little children. This is what they do. This is kind of disgusting. I didn't want it to have Epic because of that, and I don't want to have lists at a certain point to know where which game is. And this is all I have to say. But leave the fucking Chinese government out of that. What about you clean in front of your door? We have a fucking shit ton to do exactly there. Okay. So, this has been my impression video. I think it's gonna be way longer than I thought. My Fazit is, go and get the game. It's a good Total War game. Yeah, keep in mind that they don't look like Middle European dads coming from a pub, but imagine them all with, I don't know, black hair and black beards. Some of them are grayed out. This would be pretty sweet. Guys, I might gonna start another campaign with the Amazons because the leader models are looking so fucking cool. Anyway, this is my Fazit actually. Good game. Guys, I hope you liked it. Leave me something in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you don't care? I would like to hear some voices from Greek about my ranting. You know, I might be just a self-righteous prick, which is absolutely in the realm of possible. And yeah, guys, wherever you are, do have a nice one. Goodbye.